Good evening, everybody. And welcome to the New Revival Coffeehouse. This is our midwinter show, and we try to pump it up a little bit with the energy for the winter, just in case there's any storms or anything coming in. This is our way of pushing them further out to sea, high energy. So I want to first thank the Coffeehouse crew for putting together the show. I think this is our second show of the year, and the next one will be April 2nd. I just want to tell you a little bit about that. Mo Kenny is a up-and-coming songwriter. She's won the first place in the USA Songwriting Contest, nominated for 4 East Coast Music Awards, and she'll be here on Saturday, April 2nd. So I think that's going to be a really exciting show to see somebody on the rise. This might be the only time you get to see her in a place like this, by the way. So our tradition is usually to have a band in the winter, and my tradition is to do a few poems, but haikus, specifically for the winter. I got 2 different topics on my mind, starting with the football blues haiku suite. Point after. Missed the point after. Brady gets hit 20 times. Goodbye, Super Bowl. What did we expect? No offensive line, 0 running game. Okay, what did we expect? What was Bill thinking? 4th down, went for it, didn't take the points, shut down. What was Bill thinking? Retire. Hey, Peyton Manning, 1 more game, good luck to you, then please retire. Good commercials. I don't really care who wins. Now I just hope for some good commercials. And the other thing that I have on my mind is, thank you. This is my bluegrass haiku quartet. Comes alive, it all comes alive as the mandolin chops, rhythm under harmonies ringing. What sparks joy? What sparks joy for me is when I hear Ralph Stanley sing Lonesome River. You should listen to that. Bluegrass therapy. Hi, Sharon. Don't need therapy. Get me to a bluegrass jam, then all will be fine. God speaks. Yes, I do believe God speaks through bluegrass music. I am listening. Thank you. Many of you may know that these shows are broadcast on Stowe TV, and I understand they're on YouTube as well. And I have the best job because I get to interview the band before the show, and what a thrill today to get to meet Ethan, Ario, and Kirsten. And the band is Cold Chocolate. They are really fabulous. You're going to find out how good they are, like in the first 5 seconds. They're that good. So welcome, Cold Chocolate.
Hello. Whoa. All right. This is the sound check actually right now. I'm just going to talk until I think my voice sounds amazing. Hello. Hello. How are you guys tonight? Thanks for filling the house. Yeah. All right. Let's give this a shot. I begin to say what I don't mean. Is there any way that wasn't me? Operator, can you hear me? Can you please just come and take me farther than I am from here? Please, can we just go back in time? monitor? How you feeling? All right. Well, it's been the first 5 seconds. Did we fulfill the... The bar was set quite high when that comment was made. Well, we better get him within the first 5 seconds.
Which is you solo.
Did you write that?
Yes, I wrote that. All right. That was called Operator, and a lot of the songs we'll be doing tonight are originals, like this next one, which is called Pressure Cook Me. Well, I don't know just what I'm saying. I'm complicated and overrated. I speak before I think about it. I don't hold on 'cause I can't stand without it. More up than down, more down than up, side down before I say too much. Up against my love, oh won't you please tell me what I said. I got no charm to put my name to. My smile's convincing and overtakes you. I set the earth in reverse rotation. My blood flow boiling in frustration. More up than down, more down than up, side down before I say too much. Up against my love, oh won't you please tell me what I said. More complex once you contemplate me, situate me and operate me with questions asked me and pressure cook me, overlook me and overtook me. Well, I don't know why I'm still here standing, free from screaming, reprimanding. I finally go close to the sun, real fast, but not too close and not too fast. More up than down, more down than up, side down before I say too much. Up against my love, oh won't you please tell me what I said. Oh won't you please tell me what I... Well, over here on my left, playing the bass for you tonight, hailing from Randolph, New Jersey, this is Miss Kirsten Lamb, everybody.
Any Robert Johnson fans in the house? Or Crooked Still? You'll probably know this one. When a woman's in trouble, everybody throws her down, looking for a good friend, but none can be found. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors. The man that I love, the one I crave to see, lives up the country and he won't write to me. You better come on in my love and care for me. You better come on in my future, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors. Man that I love you, well, it's coming from my best friend. She got lucky and stole it back again. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors. I went up a mountain as far as my eyes could see. My best friend's got my man. I ain't got nobody. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's going to be raining outdoors.
All right, Kirsten Lamb, right? Quickly roll up my sleeves. You guys like this shirt, by the way? It's new. Yeah? I found it in my basement. And it wasn't mine originally.
Fits well.
It does fit well. They always say the best shirts are the ones you find in your basement. I think it's one of my upstairs neighbor's shirts, but I haven't seen him yet wearing it, so I think that I'm safe. Alright, we're gonna sing a song now about a mistake. 1, 2, 3. Just last Friday night, beyond that Easter haze, she sat beside me at the bar. I can't recall her face. I had no one to warn me, I have no one to tell. I had one too many, way too early. Now we're back at her hotel. I will be a criminal if you'll be my barroom gal. Yeah, I will be a criminal if you'll be my barroom gal. I woke up the next morning to a pounding at the door. I heard a voice say running out the window. I jumped down to the floor. I didn't stop to see the bullets as they ricocheted. I hopped 10 feet high on the old barbed wire just to get away. I will be a criminal if you'll be my barroom gal. Yeah, I will be a criminal if
original material for you guys tonight. I don't know if any of you guys have seen us before, but we used to have a banjo player, and we still do. As a recent subtraction from the band, not a firing or anything like that, but we just don't play with one anymore, because we don't play with one anymore. But in that regard, we have a lot of new arrangements of our older tunes and a lot of new tunes that we're going to try out for you tonight. Like this one's called I Wish.
Stronger cup of coffee. I wish for another hand to hold. So I sing for the river, and I sing for the mountain, for the lightning and the trouble ahead. I wish for a higher set of shoulders. I wish for a wider point of view. For the river, I sing for the mountain, for the lightning and the trouble ahead. I wish for a wind come along for to take my tune through the lightning and the trouble ahead. Through the lightning and the trouble ahead. I wish for us another shot of bourbon. I wish for a soul that can't be sold. I sing for the river, I sing for the mountain, for the lightning and the trouble ahead. I sing for the river, I sing for the mountain, for the lightning and the trouble ahead. For the lightning and the trouble ahead. For the lightning and the trouble ahead. Thank you, thank you. Well, over here on my right, playing the drums for you tonight, that rhymed. This is Mr. Ario Bernstein, everybody. And I think we're recording this show, and it's going to be on, like, Fox. Is that what it was? Fox Live. But that said, you know, the louder you cheer after solos, the better we look in the eyes of the audience. It's not here. You know, you have to clap for the people that are watching this at home. All right. We're going to do a tune that I wrote for Kirsten to sing, one of the first ones that I ever did. Kind of opened up a new doorway for the band. A lot more opportunities with Kirsten's voice up front. So we're going to do this one. This is called Walk My Blues Away.
1, 2, 1. I'm gonna let my memories take me. I'm gonna walk my blues away. But if I die before the sun goes down, won't you please forget my name?
That one is an original written by the man in front of me. Unfortunately, I can't think of any rhymes, so I'll just tell you his name. Ethan Robbins on guitar.
Thank you. We got any Towns Van Zandt fans in the house? That's a hard thing to say 10 times fast. Towns Van Zandt fans. Towns Van Zandt fans? Towns fans? Zandt? I was out in Europe on tour with a band this summer called Three Tall Pines, and we played a festival folk festival called the Tuner Festival, and at this festival they had a whole tribute night to Townes Van Zandt, the music of Townes Van Zandt, and his son Justin Townes Earl was there, who looks exactly like Townes, if you know what he looks like. It was like a ghost of Townes was walking around the festival, kind of creepy, sounds exactly like him. But they played this song, and during this song, the lights went out in the room that the show is being held, and the sound continued, but the lights went out. And the band just kept playing, and it was a really cool moment. We're gonna turn all the lights off now. If the cameras weren't filming. All right, this song is called Loretta. Wears some sevens on her sleeve, dances like a diamond shines, tells me lies I love to believe. Her age is always 22, her laughing eyes are hazel hue, spends my money like a waterfall, loves me like a one or two, loves me like a one or two.
But oh, how I like that song, such my blushing pride. If I take her to the altar, then I'm sung. 'Cause you know I can't tell the preacher I was drunk. Oh Lord, have mercy on my all kind of sinner. Give me one more chance, let another guy win across my heart, and I hope to die never ever ever tell another white lie. Be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure that it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a
All right. So earlier we gave an interview with Ralph, who's a volunteer here, runs the local Fox News station. And he said, how do you combine jazz and classical and bluegrass into one thing? I feel like that song was it. Hope you guys caught that on film. Let's voice that into the interview. We're going to do a really old song now that is new because of how old it is. There's a song you can catch on our record, which you have for sale tonight, which we'll be hanging out near the albums during the set break, just because it's a place to be. This one's called Cold Up There. And she held out her music, and she shook my silence. Doors are closed, the lights are low, the floor is broke. It looks cold up there. The distance vast, it's inches long, it's grabbing hold. It looks cold up there. And she held out her music, and she shook my silence. The crowd around began to howl. Behind us, hand over hand, another hand, opening eyes, striking sunlight into shadows of where we're not allowed, where we often find ourselves. She held out her music, and she shook my silence. The crowd around began to howl. Behind us, she held out her music, and she shook my silence. The crowd around began to howl. Behind us. this cover that we have added to our repertoire is a tune by a band called the Wood Brothers. Anybody heard of this band? Yes. I hear they're coming to the new Revival Coffeehouse next month. No, that would be insane. But when we were deciding kind of what to do after our banjo player moved to Germany to pursue physics,
True story.
that is the truth.
You got some like PhD thing from Harvard, I don't know.
So he left us for science. And we were kind
Worst kind of thing.
Lame.
Yeah, it had to be something. So we were kind of figuring out what to do next, and this band is something that I saw this summer, and I've known about them for a while, but never really listened to them, and I was just kind of blown away when I saw them play. They have the same instrumentation as we do now, so it was kind of a glimpse into what could be accomplished by these three instruments. This is a Wood Brothers tune called Atlas.
Hallelujah. When I just woke up from a dream so far away. And it's no accident I landed here. Eyes wide open, see it clear. I've come a long, long way. I am wiser now. He said, boy, you got some muscle that you had never used. All you got to do is go ahead and wake up. Don't you try to hold my world up. Don't you try to hold my world. Don't you try to hold my world up. Don't you try to hold my world. Aphrodite, where her suitcase was my burden for so long. He said, boy, you got some heart and soul, but that's not what your love is for. Lay your burden down and we'll both be strong. Don't try to hold my world up. Don't try to hold my world. Don't try to hold my world up. Don't try to hold my world. Well, I am stronger now. My man Atlas told me I shouldn't try to hold his world up. He said, boy, you got some muscle that you had never used. All you got to do is go ahead and wake up. Don't you try to hold my world up. Don't you try to hold my world. Don't you try to hold my world up. Don't you try to hold my world. Don't you try to hold my world up. Don't you try to hold my world. Don't you try to hold my world up. Don't you try to hold my world. Thank you guys so much. We're going to do one more tune and take a short break, and you can get some coffee and some other treats. I think they have hot chocolate here today, which is not really for that, but... But while I'm thinking of it, I just want to thank Peter and Ralph and the whole crew who put this on here. All the volunteers. It's passion that drives this kind of thing, and I hope you guys continue to come out and support local music. Yes. There are only 3 shows here a year, I'm told, and we're super psyched to be one of those 3. We're going to close the set out with a Hank Williams tune.
Quickly. 1, 2.
back to the second set.
I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway. Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I'd like to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night wind whispers to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I'm always walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping maybe you're out there walking after midnight, searching for me. I'd like to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies look gloomy, the night wind whispers to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I'm always walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping maybe you're out there walking after midnight, searching for me. You're out there walking after midnight, searching for me.
Thank you. Whenever we play that song, I always sing in my head. Instead of midnight, I say 11:59. It doesn't sound as good, but it's amazing what 1 minute difference can do. We're gonna do a song now that I wrote about a couch potato. It's a song about not wanting to have done something, but not wanting to do it. And it's a feeling I'm sure that we're all familiar with. We definitely are. This one's called "Take My Cue." 10 miles, but I don't want to put on shoes. I want to get real drunk, but I don't like the taste of booze. I'll tell you what I'd really like to do. I want to take my cue and wave right here for you. I want to go across country, but I don't want to drive the car. I want to be a nice girl, but I don't want to try that hard. I'll tell you what I'd really like to do.
too. I wanna take my cue and wait right here for you. Well, I wanna hang out, but I don't like going to bars. Wanna have some fun, but I don't wanna go that far. I tell you what I'd really like to do. I wanna take my cue and wait right here for you. Thank you so much. Well, we're talking about recording a new record because we got all this new original material, and I'm sure that one will be on it when that record happens, whenever it happens, years from now, most likely. But we got a mailing list up here if you want info on that. A lot of these songs, if you expected to hear them when you took the record home, joke's on you.
Except for this next one.
And to all of the other ones who haven't bought the record, they're all on that. So.
But this next one is on our album, and it's a tune that Ethan wrote a long time ago and sang so much that he started to dislike it quite a bit, to the point where we weren't allowed to play it anymore, until I was like, hey Ethan, I like this song a lot, let me sing it. And he was like, okay, fine, sure, whatever. So bring it back. It's Cry Wolf. Woke up feeling so alone. I can't believe my eyes. I'll tell you once and I'll tell you again my lies. I'll tell you once and I'll tell you again my life. All the way down and the way back down, gone away. Tried to think twice about speaking my mind, but I've beaten myself dry. I try to retract, I try to subtract and divide. I try to retract, I try to subtract and divide. Try again, I try to redirect my lines. Try to try. Well, I flip my coin, and it turns, and it turns, and it falls, and it falls to a bottomless axis. I'm starting again, and I fall. There stands a boy, his throat poised for a howl, no town at his feet to pry, no listening ear, no simple advice to decide, no listening ear, no simple advice to decide. face for way too long. I wanted to tell you I was only woke up feeling so alone. I can't believe my eyes. I'll tell you once and I'll tell you again my lies.
That's Kirsten Lamb, obviously, everybody. Well, earlier this year, there's a guy that I went to school with at Oberlin. He was one of the first guys I ever was in a band with. And it was definitely the first time I ever was playing music and thought to myself, man, I could do this. Never looked back. But that person unfortunately passed away unexpectedly this year. And he's a guy who, he moved to the West Coast pretty much right after college. I didn't get to see him but a couple times, but every time I did, it was like no time had ever passed. And that kind of friendship, don't take that for granted. So I wrote this song around that time. This one's called 5 More Hours. I heard today, it seemed frame by frame, that we lost you from the morning. Though it's been so long, I know it would have been the same. The memories are pouring. 5 more hours until Carolina, but it won't take us that long. And I take an airplane high above us. Oh my Lord, harking back to not so long before. Well, it must have been Ohio. Take the way back through to the second floor. Blowing smoke out of the window. 5 more hours until Carolina, but it won't take us that long. I take an airplane high above us. Oh my Lord, slam my foot in the door, swallowing the ending. Not the best way to start. Hammered by the pending. 5 more hours until Carolina, but it won't take us that long. I take an airplane high above us. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Thank you. You guys want to do a sing-along of some kind? I've always wanted this next song to be a sing-along, and it's never worked. But I feel like the more people we have, the more chance it'll work. So it's like a good opportunity to give it a shot. All right, I'm going to sing it for you, and then we're going to sing it together, and then we're going to play the song. It's a short song, and the chorus only comes around a couple of times, so don't miss it. I gotta make sure I sing it the right way for you guys. I can't stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying it wrong. Well, I can't stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying it wrong. All right, you guys got it. Lost behind the beer spine to keep me straight. My head was weighing way too much as I doubled back again. And tell me, oh, what to say. Cause I have never stood here for so long in this one place. And I can't stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying it wrong. And if I ever had to tell you whether we were lost or just making good time, I vamped until you started feeding me my life, and tried to walk without a spine and wait so patiently for the next unfinished ride. And I can't stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying it wrong. And I can't stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying it wrong. And I can hear the door slam. Shake my head again. I'm listening, I know just what you said. And tell me again, or I forget. But before you go, please let me know so I don't do this again. And I can't stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying it wrong. And I can't stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying the wrong thing. Stop saying it wrong. And I can hear the door slam. You guys nailed that, by the way. Way to go. I'm glad we got that on film. Well, I was gonna be over the hill, saw Maybelline in the Petersville. Cadillac going on open road, getting on now, run out the A4. Cadillac doing about 95, going bump moving side to side. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You done started back doing the things you used to do. Yeah, Cadillac pulled up ahead before got hot, wouldn't do no more. It done got cloudy and it started to rain. I took my home for the passing lane. Rainwater poured up on my hood. I knew that would do my motor good. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You done started about doing the things you used to do. Huh? Down, he went down, that's when I heard that highway sound. Cadillac looked like turning lead, 110 and a half a mile ahead. Cadillac looked like sitting still, I called Maybelline at the top of the hill. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You done started back doing the things you used to do. I said, Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You done started back doing the things you used to do. Yeah, you done started back doing the things you used to do. Thank you. That was obviously an original tune. Originally by Chuck Berry.
He was actually the banjo player in our band.
He's studying physics now in Germany.
Whoa, that's cool. I missed that part of the band. That's obviously a song about falling in love while driving a car. And this is a song I wrote about a similar concept. It's called I'll Never Know.
I hear those tires groan, feel that engine roll, or maybe the sound of the door. I'll never know. I try hard to turn and go, turn around and go. If my time limit explodes, I'll never know. And the alcohol pounds from this side of town as I lose control. It surely seems to me that the end of the battle is only the top of the edge of my woes, but I'll never know. My sorrows are finding a home between my last sip of love and the cold of the peace of my soul that I'll never know. And the alcohol pounds from this side of town as I lose control. And the alcohol pounds from this side of town as I lose control. Thank you.
Got any Levon Helm fans in the house? Yeah. We're going to do a tune off of his solo record. Always send these ones out to our heroes who are alive and who have passed away. This one is called Got Me a Woman. Well, I got me a woman, she's a pretty good woman to there. We live with a monkey and a Chinese acrobat. Calls me text, makes me wear a cowboy hat. But I don't care, she's a pretty good woman at that. Nothing in the world could make me treat the woman mean. She shaves my beard and she keeps my tractor clean. Burns my bread, she makes me eat turnip greens. I don't care, she's the best little woman I've seen. Some folks will move out to California. Some folks stay in Tennessee. I don't care which way I'm headed, just as long as that woman stands by me. Some folks will move out to California. Some folks stay in Tennessee. But I don't care which way I'm headed, just as long as that woman stands by me. Just spend my nights at home, talk to my baby and playing on the slide trombone. Talks in tongues, oh, she really turns me on. With a woman like that, a man never wants to roam. Some folks will move out to California. Some folks stay in Tennessee. I don't care which way I'm headed, just as long as that woman stands by me. Yeah, just as long as that woman stands by me. Yeah, just as long as that woman stands by me. All right, well, thank you guys so much for coming out with us tonight. And I hope you come back next in April to hear, oh man, Kenny. Mo Kenny? That sounds right. Oh, wow. Memory on me, right? And again, we want to thank Peter and Ralph and all the volunteers who put this on. Absolutely. And Michael on the sound. And I want to send this one out to all of you. Don't read too much into the message. The message doesn't apply. But it's a pretty song, and you're a pretty audience. This is an old bluegrass tune, and it's about time we did one of those, now that we don't have a banjo player anymore. It's called Rock, Salt, and Nails. On the banks of the river, where the willows hang down, and the wild birds warble a low morning sound. Down in the hollow where the water runs cold, that's where I first listened to the lies that you told. And now I lie on my bed and I see your sweet face. The past I remember, time cannot erase. The letter you wrote me was written in shame. And I know that your conscience still echoes my name. If the ladies were blackbirds, the ladies were thrushes, I'd lie there for hours in the chilly cold marshes. Ladies were squirrels with them high bushy tails. And I load up my shotgun with rock salt nails. Yeah, I load up my shotgun with rock salt nails. Well, I load up my shotgun with rock salt nails. Thank you guys so much. This is our last song. Unless you cheer really loud afterward. Nothing more to say. Just thank you guys so much for making this a special night. Well, I'm not here to fall in love, and I'm not here to push and shove. No, I'm not here to do most anything at all. Well, I'm not here to call your name, and I'm not here to fill your shame with words of tenderness to quell your pain. I'm not asking for your love, and I won't beg the stars above. No, I'm not here to push and shove. And I'm not here to bring you flowers, and I won't wait for you for hours. No, that's just not what I'm here to do. No, I don't understand your faces, and I'm not one to tie your laces. No, that's just not what I'm here to do. I'm not asking for your love, and I won't beg the stars above. No, I'm not here to push and shove. I'm not asking for your love, and I won't beg the stars above. No, I'm not here to push and shove. I'm not asking for your love, and I won't beg the stars above. No, I'm not here to push and shove. No, I'm not here to push and shove. Thank you guys very much. Nice job. You guys want something?
This is just so unexpected. We didn't plan on it.
Glad we'll send you off with this. Another. I learned it from Patsy Cline. Ethan learned it.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. But here we go.
Someone knew.
crazy for feeling so lonely. I am crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you loved me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why in the world should I worry? Wondering what in the world could I do? I knew you loved me as long as you wanted, and I'm crazy for trying, I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy, crazy for loving you. Worry, why in the world should I worry? Wondering what in the world could I do? I knew you loved me as long as you wanted, and I'm crazy for trying, I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy, crazy for loving you.
Kirsten Lamb, everybody. It's Ariel Bernstein. Ethan Robbins for Cold Chapter. Thank you so much.
Hey, I just found out Danny is a good friend of my daughter.